Buddha said, जब हमें चोट लगती है we actually get struck twice. There are two forms of pain that happen to us. The first one is the physical, the actual pain that hurt us. But he said the second pain is mental. ये मेरे साथ नहीं होना चाहिए था. Why I always deserve this. That's why we suffer twice. ये समझने के लिए let's talk about a mental game that we all are so good at playing with ourselves. In fact, हम ये गेम खेलने में इतने अच्छे हैं कि कभी कभी हमें ये समझ में ही नहीं आता. Our body is playing this game with us. What is this game? The game is called If I get fill in the blanks, I will be happy for my whole life. That's right. हम सब ये सोचते हैं बस मेरा स्कूल खत्म हो जाए फिर मेरी लाइफ सेट है. बस एक बार कॉलेज खत्म हो जाए, अच्छी जॉब मिल जाए, मेरी लाइफ सेट है. बस अब ये जॉब स्विच कर लूँ, जब रेज मिल जाएगा मुझे, मेरी लाइफ सेट है. लाइक मी, इफ आई गेट enough subscriber, I will be happy. So fucking like and subscribe. We all create these goals, vision and achievement for ourselves जो हमें मोटिवेट करते हैं. That gets excited us to work. हम सब ये सोचते हैं बस एक बार फॉर्च्यूनर ले लूँ, मेरी सारी जीवन की तकलीफें खत्म हो जाएंगी. मगर हम ये भूल जाते हैं फॉर्च्यूनर पर 60 लाख फेंकने के बाद हमारे पास उसकी मेंटेनेंस और उसके पेट्रोल के लिए पैसा ही नहीं बचेगा. हम ये भूल जाते कि मैं इतनी पतली गली में रहता हूँ, वहाँ से मोटरसाइकिल नहीं निकलती, मैं गाड़ी कहाँ पर रखूँगा. दिस इज अ पार्ट ऑफ ह्यूमन साइकोलॉजी. हम बस अपने गोल्स के बेनिफिट्स देखते हैं, उसके लिए हमें क्या सेक्रीफाइस मेड करने पड़ेंगे या हमें उस गोल को अचीव करने के बाद क्या क्या प्रॉब्लम्स फेस करनी पड़ेगी. हमारा ये ब्रेन ये सब चीज़ों को बिल्कुल ओवरलुक कर देता है. आई मीन अगर एक जीनी मिल जाए और हमारी सारी विशेष अभी के अभी ट्रू हो जाएं, हम सारी चीज़ें अभी के अभी अचीव कर लें, मिनिमम 12 घंटे या मे बी इवन लेस, तुम उन सारी चीज़ों से बोर हो जाओगे और तुम फिर कंप्लेन करना चालू कर दोगे. और बिफोर यू नो इट योर गोल सीलिंग विल बी इवन हायर. जो तुम्हारे पास चीज़ें थी जो तुम कभी सोचते थे कि मुझे बस ये मिल जाए, मुझे लाइफ में हर चीज़ मिल जाएगी, नाउ यू हैव एवरीथिंग एंड यू स्टिल आर नॉट सेटिस्फाइड विद योर लाइफ. एंड सैडली दिस इज कॉन्सेप्ट ऑफ आवर ह्यूमन नेचर. वी आर perpetually dissatisfied with what we have and we are constantly idealizing what we can't have or what we don't have right now, and this is called the grass is always greener on the other side effect. Why does our mind play this trick? The answer is actually pretty simple. If you think about it, लाखों साल पहले जाते हैं. Our ancestors, the two monkeys. Imagine one of them is constantly dissatisfied, constantly looking for more people and constantly are not satisfied with how much food he have. He doesn't trust anyone, and the other one is just a chill guy. He's just chilling on the branches, eating how much food he has. He trusts every monkey that he sees. He is very fucking grateful for the life he has and very satisfied with how much he had. The second monkey, the satisfied one, is going to get killed very fucking fast because he's too complacent. You know, he's not going to notice a tiger that is hiding in the bushes who is just waiting to eat him. He's going to be like, nah, there is nothing. It's the dissatisfied monkey, the constantly dissatisfied monkey that is going to survive. Not only he's going to survive, but he will thrive. He's going to invent tools to make his life more easy, to get more food, to satisfy his unsatiable mind. This is why human nature sucks. Our ancestors who survived were like that. This shittiness are good for a survival, and being happy and being satisfied are not. We are perpetually dissatisfied because we are evolved to be perpetually dissatisfied. The monkey who is perpetually dissatisfied and perpetually paranoid is the monkey who gets shit done. The idea of being perpetually dissatisfied is nothing new. Basically, Buddha discovered it 2000 years ago. You know Buddha, who was a prince. I mean, he has everything that a man wants. He has gold, silver, a kingdom to call his, but he was not happy. So he went to sit under a tree and meditate, and he decided मैं जब तक यहाँ से नहीं उठूंगा जब तक मुझे ये पता नहीं चल जाता what the fuck is wrong with my brain. He sat there weeks and weeks and weeks on end and get enlightened. And what enlightenment was basically, उनको ये पता चला our mind is playing game with us. उनको ये पता चला कि मेरा मन हमेशा dissatisfied रहेगा, no matter मैं क्या कर लूँ, कितना भी मैं यहाँ बैठे रहूँ, कितना भी मैं उस पेड़ को देखते रहूँ, मेरा mind कभी भी ये गेम खेलना बंद नहीं करेगा. So when Buddha get up and start explaining this game to the people, he's like, your mind is constantly attaching itself to the things that you can't have, and because of that attachment you're always going to be dissatisfied. He called this samsara, and the whole philosophy that he designed around it was to help people overcome it. The physical pain that you are experiencing, it's definitely will go away, but the mental pain, अगर हम उसको allow करेंगे, it will stay with us forever. So a lot of things that Buddhism preaches is all just to get rid of that second pain, of letting go of this mental pain. This is what originally meditation was for. Before all this alpha male shit, meditation was designed to train your brain to not play this game, to not to be constantly dissatisfied from whatever pain or suffering that you are currently experiencing in your life. And it's turned out that it is a fucking super practical piece of advice and something that is still very applicable today. Let's say someone broke up with you. That's hurt. But you can decide what hurt means. Or you get hit by a car. Let's take that example. तुम ये सोच सकते हो, why me? Why this always happened to me? Why I deserve this? मैंने किया ही क्या था? या फिर तुम ये सोच सकते हो, this has already happened to me. मैं अब इसमें कुछ नहीं कर सकता. How can I teach myself lessons from this? How can I become more resilient from this? To become more disciplined to take care of my body. We are making this decision every single moment. We just don't realize this. Again, we are playing this game of dissatisfaction. ये recognize करने की जगह हम वो dissatisfaction का गेम खेल रहे हैं. हमारा brain ये trick कर रहा है. We all like, if I just get that legender. That's bring me the harsh truth of the day. Sometimes you need a certain amount of suffering to grow and to change your life. एक story सुनाता हूँ तुम्हें. It's 1940s, the time of the World War II. एक psychologist था named Kazimierz Dvorsky. I'm sure you never heard of him. He was just a normal person in World War II. He was fighting for the Polish resistance against the Nazi Germany. Yes, he fought Nazis and that led him to the war camps. He was tortured for years. उसकी family members को उसके सामने मार दिया गया. Now, this was a great opportunity for him. He learned about pain and trauma in a way that has never been studied before. And he concluded, after suffering in Nazis work camp, studying Holocaust and World War II survivors, he came to a very profound conclusion. He realized that pain और suffering हर बार damage नहीं करती human psyche को. And he found out most of the survivor of that terrible places will look back and credit these horrifying things that happened to them as a part of what made them a better person. And that's how he came up with a theory of positive disintegration. And basically he said, to become a beautiful butterfly, a caterpillar need a certain amount of pressure and stress. Pain and suffering is a very good thing, and pain and suffering is a very good thing for a person to become the best version of their self. Suffer more. Get to work.